Hello, good people. So I'm going to share this because I've been saying, like, God, you're giving me so much information and so many things you want me to share. Like, what do you want me to share first? What order should I go in? And he's like, you're backed up because you're not sharing anything. So once you start sharing like I'm telling you to share, you won't be so backed up because you'll be doing what I'm telling you to do. So anywho, I say all that to say, that's why I'm finna share this. It has been coming, a huge lesson for me was moving in silence. I have a tendency to share things with my close friends and family. There's people you feel like are your confidants. So it was like, okay, well, move in silence means I can't really share anything with anybody. I have to be quiet, right? So there's different levels to it. There's some things that when you move in silence, you're not supposed to say anything to anybody. It's between you and God. There's some things when it's move in silence, you are to move in silence, and you can share with certain people, but other people who aren't on your level, they can't handle it because they're mentally, like, they can't see it. They're not on board with it. So instead of them being a listening ear and not being on board and just listening and still encouraging you, they're going to be the type of where they hear it, but then they're going to speak their negativity and their insecurity on it to you, which is going to discourage you, and then having you second guessing and doubting yourself and like, okay, was that really, can I really do this? Da, 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 da. And then there's people who, there's things that you are given and told and that you can share with people who are on your same level, because they can give you insight and they can give you direction, or they can give you, like, support you and encourage you. So there's different levels to moving in silence. And one of the things that this was a huge thing for me, because I was conflicted. It's like, okay, well, what do I say? What don't I say? When do I say something? When can I say something? So it's like I've been working it out, and as I'm working it out and getting a better understanding for myself, I'm sure that there are other people who are in the same space that I am with it. So if I'm getting a better understanding and clarity, why not share that so you can have a better understanding and clarity? Also, not everybody should have access to you. There's different levels of accessibility that you should have, that you should give others. I'm a giving person naturally. I love to give. It's like it gives me a high. Like, if I buy you a gift, for instance, my boyfriend, his birthday was like November 20th of last year. And I brought his gift in October, the middle of October. I was so excited about it. I just felt like it was the perfect gift. He was just I could envision his reaction to it when I was purchasing it, when I first saw it. And then I made a mistake because I was asking the lady about it while I was on the phone with him. And I was like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta call you later. Bye. And I couldn't even hold it. I couldn't hold it until his birthday. I asked him, hey, do you want your gift now? Do you want it early? And he was like, no, I can wait. And I was like, you can't wait. I'm gonna go upstairs and get it. I'm gonna show you anyway. Like, it just gives me such pleasure to know, like, that's something I need to work on. But anywho, I can tend to allow people, because I'm just a giver and I'm such a loving, I love love, I can allow people to get too close to me too quickly sometimes. So I have to be mindful of how much access I give certain people to certain aspects of my life. Let me break it down even further. So there are some things, like, okay, with my staff at work, I make connections with them, each individually connections. I find something that we can connect with, and like, that's what I base our relationship off of, our connectability off of. There are things that you have to have certain levels of vulnerability with people, right? You have to be vulnerable. I may share things with them that I don't care is repeated. I don't care. That's that access that you have, the level of access you have to me and my life, my business. There are other people who I give more access to. I might tell you, hey, you know what? This is what I'm going through financially right now. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm thinking, blah, 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 blah. or this is where I'm at in my relationship and this is bothering me, blah, 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 blah. That's that level of access that that person has. There may be somebody else who has almost an all access pass to me, which means they know everything, almost everything, because nobody really know everything. Let's just be honest, but God. It's different level of access that you give people. Even Jesus went off from the crowd to go be by God, to go by himself, to be off by himself. Even he went and got rest. You know, the thing about it is that people have a tendency to make you feel guilty when they don't have as much access to you as they think they should have. And we as humans by nature, we can tend to feel obligated because we don't want that person to feel that way, or we don't want it to come off that way. Time to do things differently. It is not my responsibility of how you feel because I limit my access that you have to me. It is not my responsibility to cater to your feelings because I'm not telling you things that you can't mentally handle because you've shown me that you can't handle them. I know by the way you sit up here and do this situation, you showed me how you're gonna handle this situation. So it is my responsibility to have my eyes open, my ears open, to be present so that by what you're showing me, that is what I'm gauging off of my response of how much access I'm going to give you and how much insight I'm going to give you to what I'm doing in moving in silence. That's how you determine. Everybody is not meant for everything. Everybody should know everything. Everybody is not meant to go with you. There are levels, there are seasons, there are levels. Somebody may be in your life for a season to help you get through something. There was somebody in my life, they were there to help me get through something. They were there to help me. I'll just say it. They were there to help me get through my divorce. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was supposed to get a divorce. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was supposed to leave. I knew that even though I didn't have the support that I felt that I needed to have, I knew what I was being led to do. I made that decision. I knew it. Even with that decision, it was one of the hardest decisions I had to make in my life. It was some emotional, it was some crying, some anger, a lot. That person was there to help guide me and to help me. They prayed with me. They gave me scriptures. They were there. But then after I got through that and I was trying to hold on to that person, God was showing me that that person was no longer needed to have that much access to me. They were not, that I needed to make a change, that I needed to set some boundaries. And I was not obedient. I didn't listen, but it kept being like, I kept getting burned. But I wasn't being obedient. So I couldn't say, oh, well, this person burned me, God, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I told you, I'm telling you, it's time to move on. So it's that whole thing, people come into your life for different seasons, different reasons, is accurate. It's our responsibility to be present in that, so we know that. And another thing is, like, you have to meet people where they are. People can, like I said, talk you out of something. Even like with Zechariah in the Bible with Elizabeth, and when she was pregnant with John, and he didn't believe it, and God didn't want him to talk it out, or talk so negatively about it, so he couldn't speak until after the baby was born. And then he acknowledges the fact that the baby's name was going to be John because the family said it had to be Zechariah, which is probably why we got some of the names we got, because earthly traditions say that your family get to name your kids, but some of y'all need to do better than that, because some of y'all kids got some names that you shouldn't have let your family name them. I'm just gonna be real. You know it and I know it. Like, some of the names you hear and you be like, oh yeah, sorry, why? Yeah, I don't agree with that, and that's my belief. That's why I was huge in naming my children. Huge. Because names matter. They really do. Names matter. They really do. Okay, anywho, I got off track. I'm back on track, people. I've made notes because you know I can get on tangents and get all off task, but my notes that I made, I'm practicing my note-taking skills because I still like to dictate everything I was gonna say, but I don't like reading from paper, so I'm just being honest with that too. Anyway, we're gonna figure it out. But we are all on different levels. We are all at different times and places in our lives, and the thing about it is that that's what makes us all unique. That's what makes us all, we're supposed to work together because we're supposed to gain knowledge and everything from each other to be able to help support each other, to be able to help me to share my story with you so that you know, okay, this is what, whatever, to save you time, effort, and energy, and money, let's be honest, in the world we live in, so that I can get you can get a better idea, or I can grow from somebody else's experience. Like, we're all supposed to share. But the thing about it is that we as humans, we have a tendency to, in our human nature, to assume that everybody is on your level, and they're not. They're not. Another thing that has been very freeing for me is to acknowledge where people are. Number one, acknowledge it. Number two, accept where they are, and then act accordingly. I understand that you're not on my level. You're not on my level. You're not on my level. We are not on the same level. I respect you for the level you are. And now that I know the level you are, I'm going to act accordingly, because I know you don't mean me no good, and I know you only come speaking negative and this and this and this. Oh, I'm gonna keep your access to me is gonna be real short. It's gonna be real short. It's gonna be a lot of text messages when needed, only when needed. I'm gonna shelter my environment because I don't want to be in the presence of that negativity, because I'm gonna protect my joy and my peace at all costs. I'm not responsible for how you feel, because those are your feelings. That's not my job. My job is not to cater to your feelings. My job is to stay at a place of peace, protect my peace, protect my joy. Now, if you want to have a whole conversation about why it is, let me break it down for you again, just in case you forgot the last time. People will inflict their opinions, all of that, and try to guilt you into it. I've seen it. And I've been guilty of feeding into it. Not anymore. The peace and joy that I feel is a huge part of it is because I have set boundaries. I'm acknowledging where people are. I am respecting where they are. I am adjusting myself, my boundaries, my level of access, because those I can control. I can't control how they act. I can't control what they say. I can't control what they do. I can't. But I can control the level of access that I give you. I can control what I tell you. Because I don't need your negativity. I don't need you to say, oh, well, you should have did this, and if you do this, he gonna grow up like this. Okay, well, let's rewind. Let's see what you did and how your child grew up. You telling me I need to do this and I need to do this. Let's see. But see, that's not my place. It's not my place to remind you of where you've been and how things came out with you. That's a tit for tat. That's being petty. I don't have time for that no more. I don't. My effort, my time, and my energy is, like Jesus says, about doing my Father's business. That's all I got time for. And to enjoy the fruits of my labor. My family, my kid, my boo thing. I said it. Yeah, I did. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was enlightful. I hope this helped somebody. I hope, even though I tried to stay on task and I was a little over the place, you understood it. If not, let me know, and I have no problem clarifying or going deeper where it needs to be gone, into the deeper level of the pool. I was finna say the fishing pole, but that don't make sense. Okay, anywho. Okay, love and light, people. Sharing is caring. My voice is kind of coming back, but it's not really back. But I got work to do, so I can't stop, okay? I will see you guys on the next video, message, something. Bye.